here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be... She stays with the ship, usually. Got a few more years to go before I let her... There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After Planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't... Yeah, and the Coors have been coasting on that for 10 generations now. Solomon's always a larger-than-life figure if you read the histories. But if you just listen to a few recordings of the man, he was simple. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
Gun holstered during your stay.
Alright. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key. Okay, now remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation. So it's not gonna be on a slate. Big bundles of paper is what we're after. All right, let's see. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming. He's just a bitter old man, interfering in what's none of his business. There we do. I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed. Cora's gonna be so mad. Because I told her we wouldn't have time to check in with her. Look, we really gotta do this. You're not wrong. I know, it's just... it's personal. All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point. Got ahead of me. Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know? God, that's the worst part. They're thick as thieves. Last thing I need is Jacob in her life. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it. No forgiveness between me and my old man. It's, co-tradition. All right, shall we? Here, this is for you. Well, I see your parents didn't skimp on your P's and Q's. I spotted it on our last planetary foray. All part of the service. Hey, I'm gonna pick things up one way or the other. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Who knows? Check in with me now and again and I might...
Filburn and her brother-in-law, Henry? I'm just...
That's the Rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
Well. Samco finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop. There's only one place a co ought to be. And it ain't out there in the Starfield doing Lord knows what. Putting our future at risk.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options. No, I don't. It's just... It's been a while, but this is how it goes. Every time. No. I mean, this is no place for her, okay? The less time she spends with Jacob, the better. Yeah, like I said before, they're thick as thieves. Can you imagine what that bitter old mule would do to her head if she hung around more? I made a decision a long time ago about how my little girl gets raised. And it doesn't include Jacob Coe, okay? Leave it at that. Damn it. Fine. We'll go get her. If there's any other options, I'd appreciate doing those first.
What do you want, Constellation? You mean besides the fact that you're some independent group that doesn't know where your loyalties lie? Or are you referring to the fact that my granddaughter lives in your clubhouse rather than in her family home? Well, that's not your decision, is it? It's co-property by birthright. It stays here. You really believe that, don't you? You think I'm not trying to help him? Can't believe I'm saying this. But if it'll get you out of my hair, then fine. You can have the maps. They're in the other room, here. Key.
All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy. That's a problem. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Criminal groups in Aquila always find a way. But they usually have to keep on the move to avoid the... Well, it could just be a coincidence if the cave we want happens to be where the Shaw gang runs around. Me too. But there's no helping it. We're gonna have to get through them and the local. Outside the wall, things get dicey. Ashlar are no joke. Even for us.
Carrots are coming in nice. Still have some. Any damage?
No, just some graffiti.
You really got through with it?
I get tired of being bothered around. I want to be my
Can't do this alone, Annie. Come here.
This shift doesn't end soon. Don't even think about leaving the city. Asked out there. They are no joke. Been warned. Aquila City's really the heart of the Freestar Collective. Don't you worry. Those walls are solid. Ain't no Astra getting in here.
No, a bit of a hair trigger there. Things are getting interesting. Given everything I've dealt with, smugglers just don't scare me.
Time to die.
Big mistake.
Time to die.
Waste not, need not. I wonder what sort of contraband these smugglers are running. Spelunking can be a lot of fun. Nature can be just beautiful. You've done this before, right? Care to do the honors? Me and my buddies used to spelunk in my misspent youth. That's the word, right? Take the good stuff, leave the rest.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Samco in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really. Oh, really? Let's hear it. You got past a few rookies, that's all. You know what? You're wasting my time. Huh. The Shaw Gang's name in print outside a wanted poster does sound nice. Saying I should cut my losses. Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind. I see you again. You're dead.
It's the Ashta.
You. This is your fault. You better lend us a hand.
I knew quite a few smugglers back in the day.
Or guess I owe you.
They know how to
Get out of
party.
here before I change my mind.
Lucky it's not my call. I would have blasted both of you.
Reminds me of the time I was half out of my gourd in Hopetown.
Should we warn them about the Ashta? We got a big old sign.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
Escape trajectory plotted. Hell of a view from here. Must have been a good jump. But still in one piece.
Course and prepare to be scanned. All right, we're done.
Hey, we're back. It was newest member of our little family, right? Just what are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship. Why not? What do you think, Cora?
It's really nice to have more company. New stories, new data.
What? Data? All right. We're in. Let's see what the galaxy throws at us next.
Books. I guess it is. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole my book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more.
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us. Oh, Dad, you've made the best friend ever.
Well, now you done it. Now you can get pestered about books nonstop.
Yeah, a small price to pay for Now, the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring cheese. Oh, no, no, no.
Looks like it's cheese pizza from here on out.
This is horrifying. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there. Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And I want to fly my own ship and go all over the place. Like you, but hopefully not as crazy as your travels. I thought Dad's were exciting. I read. I look around the ship, but no touching. Dad lets me do all sorts of stuff on his ship. But he said I have to be respectful on your ship. But I could try to fix things if... Hint, hint. You can ask. I promise I'll be good. Bye.
You need something? My life is an open book. Well, mostly open. Well, just ask. Cora has the complete top-of-its-class learning videos and lessons. And I have to occasionally do some of the old homeschooling. Come to think of it, I think she's doing an introductory college course in astrophysics. Not being graded, like, for fun. There's so many planets, moons, celestial phenomena out there. Most captains just sail through the Great Black, not even... A lot of the time touching down on a virgin planet can be... But every now and then, you see something no human has ever laid eyes on. I've seen my fair share of scrapes. Actually, some folks say I'm the luckiest man alive after making it through some real whoppers. But the trick is to always keep a cool head. Impulsiveness, fear, you get too jumpy, your target could be 5 in front. There's no next. I mean, Cora will go to university, and the price tag there is scarier than any jam we... But for me, my truest love is the... Goodbye.
hope you're having a good day.
Using Isaac. Using Isaac. I am your sight, your shadow, your tail.
Something you need?
Yes, Your Eminence?
Good day, Captain. Greetings, Captain. Return soon.
Need something?
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jim's. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
In that case, I think I'll just wave hello.
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her. I sure hope so. 'Cause she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Like Neva said, it's a prototype, so it could look like anything. Once you're inside SY-920 and you're behind their firewalls, you should pick through their computer system. With any luck, it'll point you the right way.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that... Good luck.
So there I am. You see security. This is exactly what I pictured of the Crimson Fleet. Except parrots. That and eye patches.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Undocking complete, Captain. Smooth jump. Nice work.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead.
Wen really keeps the distribution center in tip-top shape.
One quiet day. That's too much to ask for.
Keep it moving.
I take it your Neva's new recruit? Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New Atlantis, we have to do our best to keep up appearances. I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. It's bad for business. And rest assured, if I ever need to remember it, I will. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option. Good. Then we have a deal. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. talk more on the ship.
I'm not much of a prayer. Try it once instead.
If you ask me, it's always a good time for a Terra Brew.
Cora likes throwing stones into the pond. Or she did. God, that was ages ago. Tell Cora we're back.
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
Excuse me.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Of course, I don't expect it to be.
Even I can keep my mouth shut if the occasion warrants it. What? I'm serious.
Right. I don't anticipate them boarding the ship, but even if they do, they won't be looking at the crew. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it.
Hello.
All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grab. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship, the fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're clear to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked. Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Yes. Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Get married? Settle down? Yeah, right.
Where to next?
Captain, do you require my assistance?
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks.
What's the serial number on that shipment we got yesterday?
Hold up. This area is for SY-920. Yeah, you do. SY-920 military only. Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military. That doesn't sound like command. Me? It doesn't matter. Sorry, no you. SY-920 military. Rules are rules. Maybe if you do it quickly. That doesn't sound like... It's classified too, I bet. Sometimes I feel like I can't even tell someone my... It's true. All right, fine. You're good.
Appreciate it. We don't like getting split up.
Another day, another patrol.
Wait, you know that's not ours.
That's why 920 Marines are hand-picked. To maintain op security, most of us here won't work another assignment.
Station seems secure. State your business. Logging ensign level clearance. Go on it. Your friend there have the same clearance?
Correct. We got the same clearance.
Then you're both good to go.
Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comms. Music to my ears. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some cover. Don't know what you're after, but I'm guessing there'll be another checkpoint. This far down, you might need a clearance code.
We can always use the vents. On a station this big, slots...
I concur. I've never been one for remembering codes anyway. Just remember to step lightly and keep your heartbeats. I'm going dark for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
Headed down to the engineering bay. Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. 15 minutes early, still taking
Inform them they are clear to launch. How are the tests for the comms back going?
Dr. Vogt? Well, us put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was a misconduct.
Something like that, Doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about potential leaks?
No.
So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant? Is it everything you imagined? I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Ko and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out. I am. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection. Now I just hope I can help Cora. Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Ko. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. And now, I'm just getting sappy. You're a... I believe that might be the most honest thing you've ever said. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing. Home sweet home.
Yu here. Cargo's almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly. You are, and I've delivered you just as Delgado. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that. You've made it this far without engaging in combat. I trust you'll have no issues. It was an honor to work with a true professional. Good luck. If you make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you a drink.
Intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comm spike isn't a device, it's a module. It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types, but the results so far have been very promising. It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really is a wondrous technology. Yes, it's not quite cracking the enigma. We'll be able to infer everything from battle plan. Not that we'd care about that sort of thing, outside of the effects of diet on combat readiness. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but it's all part of the adventure. Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference stage, statistical. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots, the kind unafraid to make the necessary sacrifice. In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave and fearless Marines to be They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided there are minimal casualties, right. Huh. Do I know you? Splendid. That was fast. I thought normally my requests aren't given this much attention, let alone haste. I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. I am the project lead, after all. You're right. We do need to hurry if we're going to... All right, you've convinced me. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Nataro's cumbersome checkpoints. The uniform you can get in the locker room area, the password you get from me. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
Pilot.
You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center.
prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. Engaging takeoff.
Jump complete. Propulsion restored. We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
Head on in. We'll take the ship to another port so Jazz can
That's a
have
real nice ship you brought in. I can't wait to tinker with it.
You see SysDef as a joke. They haven't caught us yet.
The key is just about the most dangerous place in the galaxy. Well, maybe a black hole, but the key is second.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
This is their bar? I've been in shiftier joints than Neon. I just expected a few dead bodies here and there.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet. Surprise? Neva talks tough, and frankly, she is tough. But she's not a machine. Don't we all? But you seem to be a quick learner. Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike. Yeah, although I get why you didn't give me the details. If I had known this was about the legacy, I might have asked for a bigger cut. Sounds like you're on board as a true believer. I have to admit, the way things are going, I'm starting to believe myself.
Assuming we even get a cut. I'm still not convinced.
Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
Some missions require stealing from settlements. Be sure to gear up at the depot if you need to. Very. We don't care. You get caught. Be seeing you.
Balt grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an...
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comspike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. Perfect. That means you know how to handle the locals on Neon, which gives you a head start. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be in.
Are we pirates or politicians? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
If I wanted someone to commit petty crimes and snatch purses, I wouldn't be asking you. Take it as a compliment.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crixus Legacy.
We'll have the whole settled systems on the run.
Yeah?
Hi. Please disregard. I have done.
You doing all right, Gumdrop? We're home.
Have any new books for me? It's the best. I met another kid my age who hadn't been on not even once. Same boring old planet for like years. She didn't even know how to replace a phase manifold. Can you Yup, I've been his co-pilot since... I just have to promise not to... Dad says when I'm older.
This is so cool! How can I be of service, oh great and mighty hero? Yes, my liege. Oh no. Like a fan club fee. That's a great idea. Real fans prove their loyalty. Anything less just shows a lack of dedication and commitment. Of course, I think it's best Here. It's everything I have. I'd take a loan out from Gal...
Ahoy, Captain!
What can I help you with?
Your immaculateness. Of course. Great. Being part of your crew is just the best.
Ron Hope was a... Oh, don't tell me his bleeding heart plea for mercy got to you. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. While that's true, it certainly doesn't excuse the blood that he has on his hands. No, it certainly isn't. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to...
Hello there.
Are the greatest. No, better than the greatest. I know that's grammatically impossible, but somehow you managed...
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Captain, greetings.
There's been rumors of soldiers smuggling personal items into the station. I doubt it. UC Marines are way too disciplined.
Everything looks clear. I've heard the technology in the station would make the FC surrender.
Anything new to report?
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. As you've probably guessed, not very well. Keeping Mast out of the loop regarding this particular mission has proven exceptionally difficult. But we've managed to keep your involvement in the dark. Sparing the lives of the soldiers on SY-920 has definitely made our position with the top brass much easier. And on behalf of the United Colonies and Commander Natara, I thank you.
I am so happy to be helping out the UC. Hooray!
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant. But is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old. Sorry, sir. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. Of course I am, but it's a calculated risk. The fact that our common enemy owes its existence to the United Colonies, of course. It was the riot at the Lock, touched off by Jasper Creeks, that inspired him to create the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Thanks to your assistance, we'll be able to rectify that mistake, and Mast will authorize an all-out assault.
It's long overdue. All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
I've heard the technology in this station would make the FC surrender before we
Mole.
I heard you're fluent in over 24 verbal and body languages. Remarkable.
There's nothing in those settled systems quite like Neon. Crazy, terrible, but never dull Neon. There should be a sign, dump your Aurora here. You'd make a fortune if you put a net right under here, I'm not even kidding. Neon. Some people love it. I spend too much time trying to stop bad guys here. Whole place just gives me a headache.
So you're telling me
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
Right, let's cut the crap. This is because I refuse to pay bills.
No. Hey, wait. You were there when those security assholes nabbed me. Please, have a heart. You need to help me.
I'm going to lose thousands on this job.
Thank you. Oh, God. I gotta admit, I'm freaking out here. I've lost my job. I've lost my creds, and if I don't square things with Yannick Legrand, I'll lose everything else. Everything. Yannick is expecting a package. A really not so legal package. If you deliver it to him, he'll know I'm loyal. Don't worry, Yannick's loaded. He'll take care of you. Security won't give you a second look. It'll be fine. So please, my crate's on block 02 in Ebside. My authentication code is Alpha 3 Kilo 4. Just tell the manager and she'll key you in. The pack, just take that to Yannick and hopefully this damn...
Can keep from killing each other. Just might have a good day.
Look at you. Beautiful. Unique. Original. Here. Look in the mirror.
Sleep. Be careful around here. Not everyone that stays in our sleep crates are reputable. Good for you. You can at least get some privacy that way. No weird stains, save the ones you spill. And it just so happens we have a deluxe shipping crate that recently came on the market. Built for cargo, redesigned for people. It's an artist's way of saying minimalism is about smart choice. I'd say you dodged a bullet, but you're the one holding the gun. You have the proper authorization code, and I'll let you into any place you like. I might even throw in a thank you. You look like the type that might appreciate. I got it. And authentication is all green. Look for C. Before you go, I'm going out on a limb here and assuming your account's more flush than my usual clientele. Might be full of week-old Kazambas, or it could have the original Miguel Rafael Bailamos. Only one way to find out. In art school, I heard a rumor that Raphael's son sold Bail. Imagining a piece of Freestar history. Man, it's nice to talk about something real. You're welcome.
Inside's a bad place.
What? Gucci's a lot of fun.
Satisfy your craving.
Your dad's jumping in from where?
Hey there, Adiso. All this time we thought he was just being some miserable...
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend, I just had a new batch come in last night.
No wonder you're stocking up.
The new gotta be new in Neon, because it's only the most... You should try one. I guarantee that once you take... No mystery, the name's... Look, I don't have... As soon as word gets out, blend is back in... Oh, yeah, right. You're with Nasher. I see the family resemblance. I know he got pinched. So if you are some undercover Neon security goon here to shake me down, beat it. Yannick's no one's mark. Well, Nesher wouldn't work with it. Oh, really? So Nesher came through. Maybe he's less scrappy than I gave him credit. Who am I kidding? He's a bottom feeder. But when all the good fish get gobbled up by corporation, take the creds. I am known far and wide for my general. Yes, yes. You look like talent. Serious talent. You are looking at the one and only maker of Yannick. The kick is the problem. But you may be a solution. I'm thinking a new... Excellent. Blend needs Aurora, yes? And Aurora is totally illegal outside of the Astro Lounge. And if the Rangers catch you with Aurora on a ship, oh boy, it's a long time in the clink. And if the great Benjamin Bayou finds out you're selling it on the streets, but so far, I have outsmarted. And together, we can keep making loads of credits and making a... Yet, Yannick does cross him. Nesher's worthless to me now. And my other employee? Ugh. I think it is time Felix Sadler takes... Or maybe he tragically falls into the ocean, I don't care which. But you deal with him, and you become very valuable to you. Felix. Felix is a mess. He's been getting worse, and the danger to the whole operation. This is the stuff.
If we're doing this, I'd feel a whole side better if Felix makes it out in one piece.
Felix sacks up in some dingy warehouse in Epsom.
People joke, say those balloon zealots worship a snake.